Good morning, guys. How are you? I'm coming on for a early morning chat because I have some stuff on my heart and I want to share it with you guys. But before I do share it, I want to share this live stream into a few spots. And then we're going to talk just for a few beautiful minutes. So while I'm doing this, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Aunt Lizzie, what's going on? Good morning, Pam. How are you? Good morning, Meredith. How are you? I'm just sharing this out before we have a beautiful little chat. Hey, Crystal, what's going on? What's going on? I know it's usually, I don't think that I've gone live this early very many times, in our time together and in my career, so to speak. Hold on, I'm just sharing this out here. Good morning, good morning. Okay, cool. We're where we want to be. So, hi, how is everybody today? Good morning, I'm so happy to see you also. So happy to see you. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're here, hang out. We are going to have a beautiful little conversation, and it's not gonna be long because I'm gonna take my youngest to school, and then I'm gonna take myself to hot yoga because that is a choice and a priority that I'm making for myself today. And you know that our fundamental philosophy and the crux of our work and you being who you want to be and feeling how you want to feel and living the life that you want to experience is all based in the choices that you make all the time, right? So here's what's coming up for me today, and I'm just going to share what's on my heart because that's why I pressed live so that I could show up, right? I'm wondering what would happen if you were at a time? What would happen if the people that are around you were out of time? And I feel emotional, so you know I'm going to let it out. Good morning, gorgeous humans. I love you all so much. But this has come up a lot. There's been a lot of loss. I've had some clients with some pretty extreme loss all this week. And I have a dear friend that experienced an extreme loss. And it makes me want to talk about it because we take for granted the moments. We really do, right? When you sit in your shit or you're just feeling like, oh, I don't feel like it, or you're holding on to that resentment, or you're waiting until you are really in the mood, or you're allowing all of the self-doubt and all of the fear have more power than you, or you're not really saying the things that you want to say to the people that need to hear it. And the truth is that one day we'll all be out of time. This is the truth. So what are you going to do with that? And what would you be doing today if your phone rang and you got that call? What would you be doing today if you knew for yourself, oh shit, none of this is guaranteed? So how do I use that to inspire and motivate myself to, number one, live with more light and compassion, right? Live with more action. Do more of the things I want to do. Call the people and tell them, even if you're fucking pissed off. Okay, I have relationships in my life that aren't beautifully harmonious all the time. Even if you're not feeling in a place of total peace or harmony, what can you do to say, you know what, fuck it. That's my ego, that's not my soul, that's not my higher self. And go ahead and make the phone call and tell somebody how you feel, because one day it will be too late and you would have had this moment, and you can. What arguments can you squash? What disconnected relationships can you heal? What live stream can you do today in your group that you've been waiting on because you're concerned about what people are going to think? What actions and choices can you take for yourself to start feeling how you want to feel? When are you going to finally put your ego to bed and let the resentment just leave you forever because it's sucking and killing your soul? Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, this is an important conversation to have because you need to stop waiting. You need to stop waiting for all of it. Because the only thing that we know for sure, the only truth that there is that we don't know when we're done. We don't know when we're in our own moments of our last breath, and we don't know when the people around us are going to be in their own moments. And when you can, you know what's the interesting thing is too about this? When you're in one of those moments, right? And this is why it's like, wow. When you're in one of those moments where you've experienced a loss, or you yourself have a scare, right? You get a call, you are told that you might have an illness, or someone close to you might have an illness, or you get a phone call that someone's passed and you're in the experience. What happens? In that moment, everything's so fucking crystal clear. And I'll tell you why. Because you're looking finality in the face. And then in those moments, what kind of conversations do you have? Oh my God, life is so precious. We never know. I'm going to do this. I'm going to finally go after my dreams. I'm going to finally forgive that person. I'm going to finally stop fighting with my ex. I'm going to finally make it better with my mother. I'm going to, whatever your circumstances are, I'm going to be a calmer parent. I'm going to stop paying attention to my phone, and I'm going to be present with my kids. You know what? I want to start that business. I'm going to fucking start that business. And we get all clear and excited and appreciative and centered and present. And then 3 weeks later, you're back to your same bullshit. We all are. This isn't about you. This is what we do. So what would life be like? What would your relationships be like? What would your business and your career be like? And your parenting? And most importantly, what would your inner environment be like? How many hours of the day would you spend feeling the way that you want to feel if you took that relative moment when you're going through something final, right? What we're talking about. Realizing that there's no guarantees and nobody knows how long they're here, and that is the only fucking truth that there actually is. Because we talk a lot about what's true versus what's truth. And what if you took that and you wove that in every day? And you remember that instead of having it be an intense, fleeting moment when you're in the experience of loss or potential loss and getting all clear and excited and somewhat righteous about it, but then ultimately just falling back into the default patterns and the laziness and acceptance of it all, right? Because you know there's stuff you want to do. So what do you want to do? Who do you want to forgive? Do the people around you that you love know how much you love them? To the people that you might not even feel like you love because you're mad at them or you don't have a great relationship. But if all of a sudden they weren't here, you'd be like, fuck, I never said the thing I needed to say. I want this to be a wake-up call. I want this to be just a moment from my heart to your heart, and I will check your comments. Because this topic, this theme has been floating around my world, my clients' worlds, all week. So it means the universe needs me to come on here and share it with you. And then where it goes from here is you get to take this and make a choice. And you will have a moment, guys. You will have a moment, even if, and I hope, okay? I hope it's like 57 years from now. Where you have this moment and you go, fuck, I saw Tracy that day and I did nothing. I never went after in that business. I stayed fake in the funk. I never really showed up and made offers. I never really did those live streams because I gave my power to fear and self-doubt instead of realizing that I'm more powerful than anything else. I never squashed that shit relationship that I was contributing to. I never forgave that person. I never let go of that resentment. I never decided that my soul was a better guide than my ego, right? You'll always have, always have those choices. And every single day, every moment of every day, you have the choice to stop waiting. That's the name of this live. I'm just checking time because I am limited today. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. You will get to the end of your life or you will have a scare, or you will lose somebody else, and in that moment you will go, fuck, god damn it, why? Why didn't I do the thing I wanted to do? Why didn't I tell the person how I felt about them? Why didn't I resolve that conflict? Why didn't I spend more time present with my kids instead of with my face and my phone? Why did I live my life in chronic stress and overwhelm and negativity and burnout instead of realizing that I deserve to just be? Why didn't I take that vacation? Why didn't I go for that promotion? Why didn't I spend more time laughing with my friends? Why didn't I go on that guy's trip or that girl's trip? You don't need to be in that place. You can simply choose, because you get to create this incredible, incredible, delicious life that you're in right now. Don't wait. Stop waiting. Whatever the topic is, stop waiting. Have appreciation. Have gratitude every single day. And don't let your ego be louder than your soul. That's the lesson. That's the point, because your ego will fuck you over. Your ego is fear-based. Your ego is your mind. Your ego needs to be right. Your soul is your higher self. Your soul is your heart. Your soul is your intuition. Your soul doesn't need to win. Your soul needs to love and connect. Your soul needs to show up and share their message in the world. Okay, your soul needs to connect, because the fundamental need of every single one of us is to connect and feel connected to other human beings. We are one. We act so separated at times, but we are one. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'm going to check a couple of comments, and then we'll wrap up. And if you're just joining, definitely watch this replay, because something was on my heart and it just had to come out of me. Hold on, and my daughter's here. We'll leave in a few minutes. No. Okay, sorry. That was Zoe. She's my youngest. Okay. Hey, Aunt Lizzie. And when you try and the other person isn't, sorry, there's the ice machine. And when you try and the other person isn't interested in making it better. Hold on, I can't see the rest of that comment. But it says, how do you make the hurt? I'm going to assume that says not hurt or go away. Here's the thing. You don't need to wait on anybody else to want to make it better, because the choices you make are for yourself and for how you want to feel. And here's what I say to myself. How do I want to feel when I put my head on the pillow tonight? Right? It is not up to you to decide how somebody else is going to respond, or if somebody else isn't ready to heal the wound, or if somebody else wants to allow their ego to be louder than their soul. That's cool. That's on them. We don't have judgment, nor do we take responsibility for how other people feel. So the key here in the part of your question I can see is still express it. It doesn't matter. I did this yesterday in a relationship where you'd be like, oh, okay, why? Because I don't ever want the people around me to wonder how I really felt. So it doesn't matter. Don't wait on anyone else. All of you, don't wait on anyone else. That's your ego going, well, if they don't want to agree, then why am I going to agree? Why am I going to make it better? No, this is solely about, and I see the other part of your question, like a quarter of it, so I'll try to make it up. It doesn't matter what's happening for the other person. This is about you. And the interesting thing is, when you start to follow your soul and you start to say the things that you need to say and show up the way you want to show up in your life and do the things in the areas of your life you want to do, anyone else that's involved in any of those choices, if they're ever going to shift, they're only going to shift because you changed, and you changed your energy, and you changed your approach. And if they do, great. And if they don't, great. You are not in control of that. There is nothing you can do. You can never crawl up somebody else and make them be, do, or act a certain way. And then that comes into acceptance. Acceptance that each person's journey is just as unique and valid as the next person's journey. And we don't get to judge other people, because when you are in judgment, you eliminate the opportunity to connect and love someone. Let's say that again. When you are in judgment, you eliminate the opportunity to connect to and love someone. That just hit me so hard. Wow. Okay. And the other question I can see is, how do you make that hurt? I'm going to assume it was go away. You heal. You forgive without needing closure from the other person. and you allow it, you allow yourself to feel better, right? You allow yourself to realize, I can feel compassion towards this person. When you practice compassion towards someone else that you are currently having any kind of conflict with or discontent, you feel better, and then you send them that energy. That's exactly how you do it. And again, how the other person reacts or whether or not they choose to be different, that's not on you. You can't take that shit on. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Trish, I can tell you've experienced this. Yes, Trish, hold on. What's up? No. Actually, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Sorry, my daughter's asking me questions because this. I don't usually do lives at 8 o'clock in the morning when things are happening in the house. I will say this, yeah, Trish, I've experienced a lot. I've experienced a lot of loss. I've experienced a lot of life transition. And so when I speak, it comes from my experience, it comes from my background, it comes from my heart, and it also comes from what happens to all of the beautiful souls I'm honored to serve, love, and coach every day of my life. And there has been so much of this loss and so much of this waiting to implement things, right? So whether it's relevant to someone lost somebody and they're going, oh my God, I never said the thing I needed to say, or it's like, I know everything I need to do, but I'm not doing it. What the fuck are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? Because ultimately, you will get to the point where you got no more time. No more time to say how you feel. No more time to make the relationship better. No more time to align to feeling less stressed and happy and relaxed. No more time to stepping up and doing the things in your business that you know that you are capable of doing, that you're not doing because you're sitting in your shit and you're allowing yourself to get in your own way. No more time to shut down all of the distraction and just be present. No more time to use those vacation days. How many of you have days that you have not taken? You need to hang up this live and you need to call your boss or your company and claim those days right now. That, I have to just say, is the most insane thing I've ever heard. People that have paid time off that get to the end of the year with a stack of days that they haven't taken, what the fuck? Okay? Take the days. They're yours to take. Okay, good. Let's see if there was anything else. I love you too. I love you too. This is making you emotional. Good. Use the emotion. Use the emotion. Okay, so I love you all. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to take my youngest to school and I'm going to go to hot yoga because that's a choice that I'm making so that I can feel how I want to feel. And that's the other thing I will say. You are making all the choices. The behavior and your approach and your actions and the thoughts you think and what you focus on and the words you speak and the people you surround yourself with is what creates your experience and all of the results you have in your life. And you choose all of it. So right now, if you are currently not feeling how you want to feel, you are not experiencing certain things that you want in certain areas of your life, you are not being who you want to be, right? So for those of you where that really, that comment about letting your ego be louder than your soul, if you are realizing that you are someone who has been conditioned to need to be right and need to win, examine that because it's sucking you dry and it's getting in the way of so many things, right? You guys, you have all the choices. You have all the power. You always have, and you always will. Okay? I love you. Treat yourself well. Have an amazing day. It's Wednesday. So for those of you that are in the Worthy Woman Revolution, it's Why I'm Awesome Wednesday. Get your sexy ass in there and praise yourself. And if you are a woman and you're not in the Worthy Woman Revolution, get in there. It's free. And we hang out all the time. So just search it in the Facebook search bar and say, I want in, and I'll say yes. Love you all.